I'm not going to be on here long because I'm getting ready to go into prayer. Today is Thursday, and that is my prayer day. So um, I'm about to be, you know, in prayer. It was brought to my attention that apparently some things were said about me, by Mr. Stovall. And a couple of things I will be addressing at 8 o'clock. I've already set the live up, and we're going to address it. This is not going to be no situation where it's going to be a beef or anything like that or back and forth. However, I will be addressing it. Um, this app can bring out the worst in some people, and I refuse to allow it to bring out the worst in me. We are going to talk about some of the things that Mrs. Stovall said about me and my relationship and my education, which I thought was laughable. Um, and yes, we do not know each other. However, I met him through CMA. um One night, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. He was like, "Hey, look at this guy. He's funny, hilarious." And we were literally, "Hey, Scorpio mama, I said nothing but love your way." We were literally laughing and just laughing at what was going on his channel. He's quite entertaining. He really is. But So I did listen to the little part that was given to me, and we're gonna address it, and then I'm gonna tell you why I said some of the things that I said. He said on the panel. I think I was on maybe 2 or 3 panels talking about this, the situation that transpired with him. So I can't even remember which panel he's talking about. Honestly, I cannot. Um, but I'm going to express my views and how I felt about it. It ain't really that serious. 'Cause like I said, I don't know him. Yeah, you don't. You most definitely don't know me. Um, but I was just, coming around his channel every now and then. He would acknowledge me when I came in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about it tonight. That y'all see the show is already set up. It's going to be at 8 o'clock because I don't have that much time to really dive into it. I want to make sure I articulate myself because apparently I'm not intelligent. That's what he said. I'm not intelligent. We're going to talk. We're going to speak to my intelligence. We're going to speak to my 20-year career in education. And we're gonna speak to a lot of things. All right. Hey Vaughn, how you doing? Now y'all know this not gonna be no beefing. This ain't the beginning of no beef with nobody, because I don't do that. But we are going to address. I do believe in defending myself, and I've said that once before. I do believe defending myself. When someone speak on me publicly, I have the right to defend myself. So that's what we're gonna do tonight at 8 o'clock. So be there or be square. And so that he can get, so Mr. Stovall can get all of the information he needs about me if he does, because some of the stuff he said was most definitely inaccurate, and we want to correct that and make sure that he has all of the information he needs about me. I don't know if he wants it or not, but he did speak on it, so I want him to be well informed. Okay. So I'm going to be very informative at 8 o'clock tonight. All right. Hey, Shawanda, I said nothing but love your way because you know you deserve it, sweetie pie. Um, so we're going to address that because I don't understand, especially a man talking about a woman, how you can make all of these assumptions when we've never been in the same room. So I don't, I don't know you from a can of paint. I thought you was quite entertaining, and then when I found out that you had passed away, somebody had called me. I know he ain't worth it, Vaughn, but I have a right to defend myself, and I'm gonna do that. You just don't get a pass when you say certain things about me or my husband, or what I've done in the community or in the educational system. But I'm going to make sure that everybody's well informed. This ain't gonna be me boasting or me being arrogant. This is a fact that you can Google. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all all of that information. You know what I'm saying? Tonight at 8 o'clock. Um, and then we're gonna leave it at that because I don't do that beef and stuff. That's not for me. But I do believe in defending myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? You said I am so serious. I know you are, Vaughn. I know you are. I know you are. And I ain't even gonna talk about it no more, but we're gonna address it because sometimes when people don't know, they make assumptions and then they go publicly with those assumptions. I'm gonna give him the information that he needs so he can know about me. And I'm quite sure he really don't want it. I'm quite sure he was speaking out of anger or frustration or what he may have seen on these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay too. All right. That is perfectly fine. You may do that because that's your channel, that's your thing. Do what you want to do. Just like I'm gonna do what I want to do. You understand? We all gonna do what we all want to do on our own personal channel. I'm gonna do it at 8 o'clock. Okay. I hope you understand it, Mrs. Stovall. Somebody tag him behind the scenes or call him or send him a postcard and tell him to be there. And I'm willing to have a dialogue with him. He can come on up on the channel and we can talk and I can talk to him face to face or screen to screen, however he want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't play when it comes about me and mine and my husband. That's the only reason I'm coming out here is for my husband, my man. And I didn't even listen to the whole thing because the content creator sent me the time stuff, so he could have said more stuff about me. But I was trying to pull all the fragmented statements together to understand what he was saying. And so I gathered that together and figured out what he was trying to say, and so we're gonna address it tonight at 8 o'clock. Okay. No, I'm not gonna listen to you, Vine, and I know you listen to me all the time. Just go ahead and give me a pass on this one, okay? Because the audacity. That's what I'm saying in my mind. You know what I'm saying? The audacity. But I don't even want to. We're gonna save it for 8 o'clock because I'm gonna go ahead and get some prayer, and maybe things will change after this prayer I'm about to be in. At 7 o'clock. Maybe things will change and my tone will change. So y'all pray hard as I'm in, prayer with my religious group because apparently I'm religious. And it's a difference between being saved and being religious. I'm gonna break that down for you, Mrs. Stovall, at 8 o'clock, so you can understand it too. Okay. We're gonna do all of that. So get ready, go on and pop your popcorn, fry you some chicken, get you some Kool-Aid, put it in the freezer because it's gonna be froze by the time 8 o'clock is here. And then it's just pull on up on my channel. For those who are in my demographic, and I realize he is outside of my demographic, so but y'all go ahead and tag him and tell him to come on in, okay? Okay. Go on and tag him and tell him to come on in. Go ahead and fry y'all some fish with some chips and stuff, and or get you a bag of chips, and get it together. Or tell him to go ahead and get him the doggy treats for his companion, and pull on up. And we're going to explain this thing to him clearly of what's going on and who I am so he won't be misconstrued the next time, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't be in a sector. I don't be in that type of sector at all. But I am going to defend myself, okay? I'm going to defend myself, all right? I'm going to defend myself at all costs, and I'm for sure going to defend my man. You understand? And I realize I'm getting ready to bury my brother tomorrow and Saturday. But you know what? Because he passed away for real. But I got a little bit more energy to address this, and I'm gonna do it. Okay? It's gonna keep me out of the grief that I feel from my brother passing for real. Okay? I don't care nothing about no mess and none of that. Vaughn, you welcome here. Everybody welcome here. I don't believe in telling people where they can't go and where they can't do because I go wherever I want to go. Vaughn, you are most definitely welcome here. Yeah, y'all go ahead and get yourself together, go on and shower, wrap yourself up, put the conditioner in your head, let it set, soften up your head, whatever you want to do. Cause I ain't gonna be on there long because I done had a long day at work, working in my career of 20 years. Yeah, you understand? Sometimes people get things wrong and incorrect, and you just got to bring them the knowledge and correct them so they can speak. And then he can continue on talking if he want to, but at least he'll have the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? He'll have the knowledge to speak, and I ain't gonna be mad at him. He can say whatever he want to say. He can say whatever he want to say, because honey, this is a free world. You understand what I'm saying? It's a free world. He can talk as much as you want to talk, but I'm gonna give you the knowledge that you need to speak accurately about me. Okay? You understand that? All right. He said, I've been trying to get away from drama content. I'm still gonna support you, Queen, because you've been a support to me. Oh, guess what, Vaughn? This not gonna be drama. This not gonna be drama at all. Don't You're not gonna feel dirty when you leave this live at 8 o'clock. You ain't gonna feel like you been somewhere and it's been a bunch of mess. This is all about clarity. And I mean it with all sincerity. Because sometimes people make an assumption and they don't have the right information. This is gonna be me providing the right information. That's all this gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get down and dirty and personal and derogatory towards people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about this man's life. All I know is what he show on live. That's all I'm gonna speak to. I'm not gonna make no assumptions or anything like that about him or his education or what he used to do in life or none of that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna go forth with the 8 o'clock live. I'm gonna be straight off hot off of prayer. So hopefully things would have cooled down within me. And it's gonna be cool because I know I'm associated with a couple people who don't do the drama thing and they get perturbed with it. So I want to keep those relationships. So I'm not gonna be out here, what I'm saying, create no beefs and all that stuff. You said I love them, but people been acting like I can't still support people because I'm a Christian. Yeah, we're gonna talk about being a Christian, Vaughn, at 8 o'clock and what that really entails of, and just talk about it, okay? So people can understand what a Christian is. Maybe they don't know what a Christian is. Maybe they just going by the examples of their mamas and their aunties and you know what I'm saying, what they see on TV, and they assume Christians supposed to behave a certain way. But I'm gonna give you the true totality of what it is to encompass a Christian. And you know what I'm saying? So people can truly understand what that is, because I believe a lot of people are living in fairy tales and got a lot of myths and fables going on about Christians. But I'm gonna walk us into the light today. Okay? All right. You said, well, and people that I like are into it. Yeah, I don't know who into what. Cause I ain't been here. I ain't been on here for a minute. Cause I actually been grieving my brother's real death. Not a pretend one. He actually passed away. The audacity. Um, and we're gonna talk about it, okay, y'all? So y'all make sure y'all be here on time. Now listen, if prayer in early, I might come on here early. And y'all know how StreamYard is. I can't even play my intros no more. I can't even play my video clips no more because they want to charge us $35 now to do that every month. And I refuse to do that. So I am gonna just be coming on in hot. Okay. And if it get done early, I will be on here early. So y'all make sure, I don't know how to tag this man's name in. So y'all underneath this live, somebody tag him in it. You got my permission, tag his name. Because I want him to be on here so that he can get the information. Because he needs to be here to get the information so that he can be more informed. And I tried to tag him through StreamYard, and y'all know I ain't that savvy because apparently I'm not that intelligent. Um so y'all go ahead and tag. I think it's Michael Stovall Hour. You got a couple of channels out there. Um, y'all go ahead and tag them in here. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Vaughn. It's okay. We've been grieving. But like I said, I got enough. I got just a little bit more energy, enough to come out with tonight, and that's where I'm gonna be at. Yeah. Oh, trust me, we're devastated. And I have explained this. Some people handle grief a little bit differently. I've had moments where I have been crying uncontrollably. I had my moments of crying and you know what I'm saying? And I'm pushing through. This is me 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 pushing through. Okay? Trust and believe. This is me pushing through. and this is keeping me busy. So thank you, Michael, because you have allowed me to at least an hour and a half of time tonight where I won't be crying real tears. I will be addressing something. So thank you so much for allowing me not to sit idle tonight and be depressed. So I appreciate you, Michael. I really do. So we gonna talk about it tonight, okay? At 8 o'clock. I appreciate the content creator that brought it my way. You know what I'm saying? And he also gave me supportive information so that my life can be accurate. And I wish somebody would have gave Michael Stovall supportive information and credentials and clippings of my life and career so that he can speak accurately. But I don't think he knows anybody in my circle. So unfortunately that happened. Maybe I'll put it up on my community wall. He just gather that information. Maybe he can have a more informative life when it concerning me. And I don't think he'll probably, say anything else about me because apparently I'm boring. Um, but I'm just saying, you know, I made the radar a little bit. He said a couple of words about me, but those little couple of, fragmented statements was inaccurate. Okay. Oh, I already know. I've been to his channel. You saying it ain't worth it. It is. You know why it's worth it? Because he spoke on my husband. He spoke on the things that are important to me. So I'm not gonna be arguing that. I'm gonna defend that, and I'm gonna. So because people will listen to that and think that it's true. So at least my version of my own life will be out here. And then he will. They'll just have to weigh it to see who's telling the truth. Um, it's just weird, you know what I'm saying? Again, this app never ceases to amaze me. Okay? Never ceases to amaze me. I know it ain't worth it buying. Um, but this is a great opportunity to speak about how good God has been in my life and what God has allowed me to achieve. So I'm gonna do it. He recently pulled his yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I know he don't. But he gonna have it all tonight when I get done. Okay? I know he don't. And it's okay. And it's okay. It's okay. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna make no off-color joke and little slick remark about how me and my husband met and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we just trying to get you to speak one language, and my husband speaks three. Okay. So we gonna say that for 8 o'clock. Because he needs to know everything. He needs to get all his ducks in a row. He needs to get all of the information that he needs to know about queen to queen. Okay? So that he can be the well informed the next time he speak. And that's only if the Lord allows him to open his mouth without choking. Because the Bible says, what does the Bible say about his prophet? It talks about not doing wrong to your prophet, to the prophet. It talks about that. Do my prophet no harm. Okay? So I'm gonna just let you know, God don't really play around when it comes to me. I'm saved for real and not for play. Okay? So yeah, you said I understand how you feel about your. Everybody know how I feel about my man. He ain't never gonna let none of that slide ever. I will never let anything slide, not even one sentence slide about my man. Okay, and so I told you I turn it to something different when you talk about my husband. Okay, but we gonna keep it respectful. Most definitely gonna keep it holy because I don't want to offend God. You understand what I'm saying? So you go ahead on and let him know. He could come and we could talk about it and you can get a proper understanding. You know what I'm saying? He may not have liked some of the things that he's son has seen. And he could tell me what he didn't like because he gonna have to bring it to my remembrance. Because he did mention something about a panel. And I'm thinking, which one? So and that is the God's honest truth. So he can bring that to my remembrance. All right. So Y'all meet me here. I don't even know what time it is. I don't want. Okay, I got a little bit more time. Y'all meet me here at 8 o'clock. And and it's probably, I promise y'all, it's probably gonna be a little bit earlier if we get things going. Good in prayer. And I'm just really kind of taken back because during those couple of hours that we all thought he was dead, I prayed. I sincerely prayed, and that's what really kind of angered me. That you would invoke people like that. I literally prayed. And I was slightly emotional, and I'm not lying. I'm not being sarcastic. I really was. Um, when I found out, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" You know what I'm saying? Because I had literally just watched one of his lives. I think the day before or something like that. You said I felt so bad when I thought he was dead. Yeah, because even though you may have your issues with somebody, you kind of chalk it up as, oh, this is just YouTube, and you kind of like the sparring if if y'all into it or whatever, and you kind of like you like for instance like Lionel and Urban. You know what I'm saying? We have dramatically different views. You know what I'm saying? But I like the sparring. I like the sparring. And I would be most definitely sad if something was to happen to them. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not nothing like crazy or anything, because we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? But you do feel some kind of way. And so that's where I was at. I don't know this man from a can of paint, but I, from time to time, would watch him and watch what he had going on his show. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw some of the comments that was left there, and I think one of his moderators had made a very emotional post underneath there, and I got it. They sent it to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it tonight at 8 o'clock. And I said, "Wow, I know his moderators must be feeling some way because I saw them how they were defending him in the last live that I watched." And I said, "Oh my God, his moderators must be devastated because they seem like some loyal people." That's just like something happened to Michael. Of course, the 14 game will be just toe up. I would be devastated. That's my friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at. I mean, I literally had like a mini outburst, like, I was like, "Oh my God." And I was at work. And everybody literally stopped on my job. Was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh, I just heard that one of a content creator had passed away." I am dead serious. And I'm not being facetious or anything like that. I'm serious. And I could not believe it. You know, you said he never did anything to me, but did choose someone else over him. I was riding with my people, and then he was talking about them, and I didn't like it. He said, I still don't wish any harm on them, but he do too much for attention. Yeah, and so when I found out that it wasn't that it wasn't a I mean, first I had immediately went to his page, and I saw that post, and he had that funeral music playing in the background. I was almost about to cry. I'm like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe this. I could not believe it." You know what I'm saying? And like you say, we don't know these people, but they made some type of, like, "Oh, he's so entertaining," whatever. But when I found out it was fake, I said to myself, in what world do we do this type of stuff? Why would you send your moderators into some type of why would you do that to your followers? Like, but anywho, we're gonna talk about that at 8 o'clock, okay? We're gonna talk about that at 8. So somebody go on ahead and call him and tag him. And then maybe he'll come over to this Born channel for a while. You know. I went from Queen Boo to unintelligent. Hey, Queen Boo. And then next thing I hear is I'm unintelligent. I'm unintelligent. Um, my career is lacking. My choice of husband is whack. Just weird. So, all right. Hey, comedian Michael Allen, how you doing? I'm just notifying the people that at 8 o'clock we are going to give a plethora of information to Michael Stovall so he can be well informed the next time he talks about Dr. Clayleen Woods. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Um, and so that he was, because clearly he was uninformed when he spoke out of his mouth about my life, my relationships, my intelligence, and what I do for a living. So I'm gonna give him everything that he needs, plus some, and that way he could be more articulate when he speak about me, you know, um, and not fragmented like he was previously. Okay. Um, so y'all go ahead and tag him and share and call him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all get in contact with him, but feel free to do that. And Michael, if you're cooking, and I know that you probably will, go ahead and start now so that food can be done when you view my boring live. Okay, at 8 o'clock. I'm probably going to go early, like maybe 15 to 20 minutes early than that. But I just set it at 8 o'clock, just in case my prayer service that I'm in with the other religious people tonight goes a little bit longer. Okay. Right. And then let me go ahead and make you a moderator, because I'm telling you something, Mike. I know you be thinking like, she don't know to add as a moderator. Uh, Okay, hold on. Let me read this one second, because I'm not that intelligent, so I gotta read this right here. All right, I think I did it. I hope I did it. All right, all right. He's been good to me. He's been good to you, comedian Michael Allen. You said the things I do know. Your husband is a good man, Savannah. Yeah. Oh, he's very. He's my husband is an amazing man, and we're gonna speak to that at 8 o'clock, Mike. Okay, so you all can know all of his achievements. Achievements. I've never spoke about him, but we're gonna speak about him tonight, because I want Mr. Stovall to be well informed when he talks about my husband. You know what I'm saying? Prince Amayo Bright. Okay, I know that's a bit foreign for some people. However, we're gonna talk about it tonight. All right. Because I do believe that God, He sends His best to His best, right? He sends His best to His best. And that He did. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about people companions. I really don't. I'm not talking about His companions, so I don't know why He's talking about mine. All right? You know what I'm saying? You said, I'm talking about your husband now. You always talking about my husband. Let me tell y'all something about CMA. And this is a byproduct of our friendship. CMA has literally fell in love with a lot of my boyfriends and husbands. I don't know why he does that. Hey, sweet Rita, I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. I don't know why he always, I'm like, get your own man, but he always fall in love with my boyfriends. He's been doing it historically for decades. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that to his boyfriends. He falls in love with mine. You said I'm talking to you. Ain't talking to my husband now, because my husband is asleep. Thank you. I just got done talking to him. Okay, he's asleep. To you ain't talking to mine. Yeah, Bob. I hate to even bring my boyfriends around Michael, or you know what I'm saying, because I know he gonna create a fake page. He gonna start stalking my boyfriends, sending them messages and stuff. No. Then my boyfriend's gonna be talking about somebody reached out to him named Michael Angelo. No. I don't want your man. I don't know why Michael do that to me. Gerald Thomas gonna say boyfriend plural. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I've been knowing Michael for 30 years. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes, excuse me, y'all, sometimes he be like, well, who you with now? Let me see a picture. No, I'm just playing. He don't do that. Oh my God. I'm just joking, y'all. But he is highly infatuated with one of my exes. He is. He really is. And it's funny. You know what I'm saying? It is funny. But I think Bryson is winning him over. I think Bryson is winning him over. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? One of my exes called me, was like, hey, I ain't trying to be intrusive, but can you please tell Michael to stop climbing up my house looking in my bathroom window? I was like, I don't know how you gonna get him down. No. Do you understand what I'm saying? He screenshotted you too, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Screenshot. Mike had on a shower cap and a loofah and a towel in his hand, wrapped up in a towel. I was like, what is he doing? No. One time he dressed up like the mailman, talking about he got a package to deliver. No. Nah, me and him both got a restraining order. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Done sent a letter to my ex-house talking about some Michelangelo, return to sender. No. Lord have mercy. You said that sound like a bad 70s. Gerald, you was crazy. Michael something else, I'm telling y'all. He is something else. Honey, I had booked him one time. I had did a young men's seminar, which I can't even understand how I was able to do a young men's seminar for the community and get major franchise sponsors when I am unintelligent, as Mr. Stovall said. But it happened. So I did a seminar for young men. And the military was represented. Some local judges was there. And the representative for the arts was Michael. He was a comedian. And one of my exes was there because he was an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? He had multiple businesses. And so he came, and it was so happened that ex was one of Michael's infatuations. And I'm telling you, Michael lost his mind. He lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? And they so happened to be in the same dressing room. Good thing the judge was there and the police officer. Lord have mercy. Do you hear what I say? Thank God the judge and police was there. That's how you got a restraining order. No, nah, I'm just playing, y'all. Lord have mercy. So y'all be here at 8 o'clock. Be here at 8 o'clock with bells on. I want to go get me a. I ain't gonna be able to go because our prayers at 7. No, I ain't got time to go get me no. Cause I was gonna, do me something fast. You okay? He almost sneezed and fell off his bike. Lord Jesus, he need to get himself together. And the bike is like the wheels, the size of the bike is the size of a 1-year-old kid. I don't know how he's riding on that bike, but that's what type of stuff you see in Detroit. He got on a helmet, and the bike is the size of it's like a training wheel bike with a long antenna connected to it. Lord help him, Jesus. You're a great comedian too. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Scorpio Mama. I'm sorry. Thank you, Gerald. You know, if you leave it up to CMA, I just was in the background. He won't recognize my comedic timing, but I'm also funny too. He's not the only person that is funny. But let him tell it he's the only one funny on YouTube or on the planet. When I have seen him bomb numerous times. You understand what I'm saying? But we didn't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? We just kept on going. And I know there's times where I have made him laugh out loud. And I can get a room going, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't really laugh out loud when I tell the jokes, but he laughs on the inside. And that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's laughing on the inside, but he won't let me know because he doesn't want me to know that he knows that I'm funny. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know, when we were both on the road, I wasn't doing a serious role. I was also doing a comedic role. Of course he did not mention that, you know, the 1,000 times he's mentioned that he's been on the road with me. Um, but I was also a comedic role. You understand what I'm saying? Wasn't in the background. I was literally side by side at the same time on the stage with him. Of course, he's not going to say that, um, but I was there. Every time he fall out, he always say I was the one in the corner. Lord. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, I'm about to go ahead and get myself ready for prayer. And y'all please be ready. Be on time now. Be here when I get on this live. Okay. Y'all go ahead and be on time now. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all tell Mr. Stovall. You understand what I'm saying? That I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be live. Okay. Y'all do that, all right? I know y'all see me, right? Live in living color. Y'all go ahead and do that. So we can get him all the information. I'm watching because he was walking towards me, but then when he saw me live, he started walking in the middle of the street. This ain't what you want. So I'm just looking at his height and build, and he's very thin, and I would hate to have to fold him up in half. Wait a minute, I'm a Christian. I shouldn't be talking like that, right? I'm supposed to be a religious person, like Mr. Stovall said. All right. Good night, y'all. I will see y'all in about an hour or so, hour and a half. All right. Okay. And y'all keep me in prayer. Keep my family in prayer. All right. I love y'all. Good night. This is your Queen Clayton Sam. Be great. Listen, all of my subscribers, listen, when we be in other people chats, before I get off of here, when we be in other people chats, I want y'all to do like Scorpio Mama's it has started to do. When y'all see me coming in and y'all already in there, this is what y'all type in. Everybody take a knee because the queen is here. I told Scorpio Mama I am going to steal that. Okay? When y'all see queen coming up in that mug, y'all stop what y'all doing and y'all say everybody take a knee because the queen is here. No. I stole it. Oh, I'm like, that is so cool. That is so cool. And y'all saw that Scorpio Mama made those hats for me, right? Y'all saw them that she made those hats for me. Them mugs is killing. And I can't wait till it get cool. They're gonna be on my head. I put on my Facebook page and everybody's like, we like all of them. I love all of them. She did some amazing work. Y'all go support her. Support her. She's very reasonable. You understand that? Y'all go support. I love to support my subscribers. You hear what I say? All right. Okay, guys. I'm for real. I'm up out of here. I love y'all. I see y'all in a bit. Okay.